Oh, oh, good.
Joe, look, I know these remote sessions aren't ideal, but I think that they would go a lot better if you would just come back on camera.
I know. I can't let anybody see me right now. I, I haven't gotten out of my bathrobe in 3 days. I, I honestly don't know if I can ever love again.
Joe, look, I'm really sorry, but my 4:30, it's just about to start. I'm gonna have to let you go.
It's only 4:22.
Look, it's okay. It's okay to be sad. I know that sorry, Chester, he meant the world to you.
He's not dead.
I know.
Oh,
I
God.
know.
He used to help me with the cooking. Oh, his favorite was lunch, when we'd share a pastrami sandwich, and then we'd watch Animal Planet together.
Yes, it's just part of the healing process.
Oh, and meatballs. Meatballs, that little guy just loved meatballs, especially veal. I could never seem to get him to try the vegetarian ones, though.
Yeah, you mentioned that before.
I keep having these vivid dreams about him. I see his adorable little face, and he's playing in a sea of empty boxes. Oh God, he loves boxes. Uh, I always love watching him play. And then he sees me, and he comes over, and his, his whiskers and his cute little paws.
Joe, I know you missed the cat, but there are a lot of people in pain right now, and
I'd always sing him a little song before he went to bed. Or give him a little warm organic goat's milk.
Joe,
Oh God, he just had such elevated taste for being so young.
right, but your ex Meredith, she got custody of him, and unless she moves back from Maryland,
Delaware.
Delaware, right? Unless she moves back, I just think we're going to have to work on some of those separation exercises that we talked about.
I know. I'm trying. I'm trying. It just, oh God, I'm so lonely.
I know everyone is right now, and oh, would you look at that? My next appointment, it's starting. Joe, I'll catch up with you next Thursday, okay?
Wednesday. Our appointment is
Right,
Wednesday.
right. Wednesday. I'm sorry. I get turned around with the day of week, with everything that's been going
It's
on.
3:30, right? 3:30.
Yes, Joe, I have to go. Okay, take care of yourself. Take an Ambien if you keep having those night terrors.
Okay, but
Jesus fucking Christ! Oh my God! Oh my God! How is she always on time? Ice. Ice. I need ice.
Dr. Elba? Steph, hello?
Hi, Elsie. Can you just give me 1 second? I need to get some ice for my iced tea.
Oh, of course. No problem. I was actually just going to pour myself some wine for our session.
Elsie, I think we've gone over this. Given the nature of your addiction, I think it would be best if you didn't drink during our sessions.
But you're not treating me for alcohol.
Yes, but it all ties together.
Yes, it all ties together.
What's our mantra?
I'm imperfect. I can and will make mistakes, but I can learn from my mistakes.
Good. Great. Look, I know it's weird that these sessions are remote, but Just because we're not in the office doesn't mean that they're not professional.
I know. I'm sorry. It's just I'm really nervous about this and I needed to take the edge off. Can you just let it go? Like this one time? Hey, you could have a drink with me.
That would not be professional.
I thought you were from Wisconsin, right? Don't you crazy cheeseheads love to drink?
I think that's a overused cliche stereotype.
I might have mentioned this before, but I once dated an EMT who grew up right outside of Green Bay, and that boy could drink. He was also fucking dynamite in bed. Huge dick. Although it was a little too curvy for me, but he did this thing with his tongue. That was like
We've talked about this. Reliving those details, it doesn't help us with your underlying issue.
I know. Sorry. I was just in the bath.
I gathered.
And I have that amazing new shower head. You know, the one that I told you about?
Yes, I believe this is the 5th time that you've mentioned it. And again, I wonder, is that just another manifestation of your sex addiction?
Sorry. Yeah, I'm just going crazy, pent up like this.
Oh, perfectly natural. I mean, we all are.
You too?
Yes, me as well.
And look, I just don't know how this is going to go. So I had to let off some steam before the session.
Oh, well, I know it's hard, but I really believe that we have made progress.
I really appreciate that, doctor. Oh, do you mind if I change? I had a late nap this afternoon and had the craziest dream where, have you seen that adorable tiger thing on Netflix?
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
Okay, so I was like Carol Baskin, but, you know, younger. And I could morph into a tiger. And all the male tigers were afraid of me, and they would roll onto their backs and expose their bellies as I stalked through the compound. It was so hot and super empowering. What's those societies where the women rule over everything?
Matriarchy?
We need a sexier word for that. Okay, anyway, maybe it was a dream and the heated blanket and okay, don't hate me for this, but full disclosure, right? The indica edibles I did right before I took my nap, but I just woke up super horny. Like ridiculously horny.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so I woke up and I practically sprinted to the bathtub like I told you about, and I turned on the shower head to full blast, and I know you want me to keep details to a minimum, but God, did I feel good afterward.
I think everyone's feeling a little restrained right now.
Restrained. Absolutely. You always find the right word, Dr. Elba.
Thank you.
I just wish I had someone here to restrain me. I mean, I like scars, but I have these long furry handcuffs and what I like to do with it. Sorry. I just, you know, I get off track sometimes.
No, it's okay. You were just verbalizing your needs right now.
There are a lot of them. But anyways, I've also read in the collective human conscious in times of crisis, we all start to have more vivid dreams.
There are a number of studies that support that.
I'm pretty sure it was in Teen Vogue.
Well, not exactly peer-reviewed, but they're...
Have you been having any crazy dreams lately, Dr. Elba? It would make me feel better just to know that I'm not the only one.
Yes, of course I have dreams.
About?
Well, Elsie, this is really your session for you to talk about you.
Oh, please. Dr. Elba, just tell me like one dream and then we can go right back to my stuff, I promise.
Okay. Well, I have been having this reoccurring dream that I am a slave in ancient Egypt.
Oh, a slave. That's so hot.
No, no, not that kind of slave. I was helping to build the pyramid at Giza, and there were thousands of us all working together to drag this giant stone up a ramp, and then suddenly the rope got very heavy, and when I looked behind me, everyone was just falling down, and some people were working and running away, and then there was no one, just me alone with the rope, and then the rock starts sliding backwards, and then I get thrown off the top of Elsie, you still there? You know what, Elsie? If this isn't a good time, we can postpone till next week.
Nope, this is a good time. I was just getting changed, getting ready.
Elsie. You do not need to get dressed up for these sessions. I mean, most of my patients these days are...
Oh, Dr. Elba, it's not for you. It's for the guys.
Guys?
I told you last week. I wanted to do a group therapy session.
Right, of course. Yes, okay, I have it. Oh, I have it right here. Yeah, you wanted me to meet with...
Stuart and Martin.
Stuart and Martin, yes.
No, it's pronounced Martin.
I will try to remember that.
Right? And I haven't seen either of them in months. Although, really, I talk to Stuart every day. He's so sweet. And he says he dreams about me almost every night. But that can't be true, right?
Well, it's not impossible.
And then Martin, I mean, God, Martin. Before quarantine, we would just do these video chats with no audio. We would gaze at each other for hours as we slowly removed our clothing, and then he would pleasure himself right in front of me.
Oh, he'd what?
Oh, I mean, I would too, but just like this super powerful, silent, erotic connection. I mean, have you ever had that with anyone where you don't even need words?
Well, not really.
You have got to try it sometime.
Okay. Elsie, I'm getting a little lost. What exactly am I, or are we supposed to be doing during this group therapy Zoom session?
Oh, well, I was thinking a lot about what you said last week, that humans aren't meant to be alone, and that I'm a very social, very needy, very obsessive sort of person.
Oh, I don't think I used that term.
Oh, you did. I have the quote like right here.
Okay. Yes, I said that.
Oh yeah, I have it. You said my sexual addiction can create a predisposition to craving affection, attention, and while I'm typically a submissive partner, that I would benefit enormously from having someone attentive to me and cater towards my emotional and intellectual needs.
Okay, I don't have that here, but
Oh, you stopped taking notes at that point last week.
Okay, all this time in quarantine, it might have made me a little loopy, but I can promise you, Elsie, I did not mean to offend.
Oh, you didn't offend, like at all. It was maybe the first time a therapist has been honest with me since maybe Mr. Morris back in the 9th grade. Although that did get a little creepy towards the end. But you have made me rethink all of my relationships.
Oh, well, I am so glad that I could help on that front.
And that's why I want you to lead this group session with Stuart, Martin, and me.
And why all 4 of us?
Because again, I think it ties in a little bit with my tiger dream, but Stuart and Martin are both amazing in their own unique ways. They're like, whatchamacallit, my yin and my yang. So if I'm going to have them both live in with me and like move here and we're all just going to do life together,
Whoa, wait.
I have to understand.
Honey, you want them to what?
I want them both to live here with me in the same house. Like, what is that thing the Mormons do?
Polygamy?
Ew, who comes up with these words? Why can't we name them something sexy?
I am sure there are other terms, but before we dive into this, have you spoken to either of them about this imagined arrangement?
I mean, I wanted to, But Martin has been on a 7-day tantric meditation vision quest in his homemade yurt. And I think, South Dakota? He's so passionate about the mind and body being in unison. And then Stuart, I mean, he's so sweet. I wanted to tell him, but he's so thoughtful and sweet and a little conservative, which I kind of find super hot, you know, like corrupting a good boy. His father is a big pastor in one of those evangelical whatchamacallits out in Colorado Springs.
An evangelical megachurch?
Yes, that's it. See, this is why I need you to do this introduction, because I met Martin first, and I don't think he'll be nearly as upset with the situation as Stuart will be, and I just don't have the communication skills to handle this by myself.
Okay, Elsie, I think we should talk about this more, a lot more. I don't think that this is conducive to your therapy, like, at all.
Oh, look, Steph, this is why I convinced Daddy to keep paying double your rates out of pocket. You always know how to explain things to people.
And I really appreciate that sentiment. I do. Oh, okay. This is someone's dialing in. This must be the one from the yurt.
Oh, yes, Martin. Be a little patient with him. Sometimes the peyote takes a little while to wear off, and he's been sweating without food with a bunch of shamans in the yurt for over a week.
Okay. Oh,
there's my bear.
Oh, Master Sapella. Hey.
Sorry, is that Lakota?
Aye, it is. Yeah, good on you. It's a great ear you got there. Yeah, I have actually spent some time out here with a tribe for many a summer.
Wow. It's just I minored in Native American studies at UCLA.
What does that word mean? He's called me that ever since Burning Man.
Oh, it means greetings, little cottontail, in Lakota.
Yeah.
Do you know the word for tigress?
Yeah. Oh my. I tell you what, it is an absolute honor to meet a fellow sort of child of the plains.
How was your vision quest, my love?
Oh, it was super duper. I transcended. I went to the depths of my soul, traveled through time and space, and it was amazing. As I returned to this 3D realm, well, I saw our spirit animals. They intertwined in the jaws of my grizzly bear. Well, it sunk deep into your soft, supple fur.
God, you get me so hot when you say things like that. I need your big bear. Right now, you have no idea.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, as I exited my trance, your whole body and soul just called to me through the ethers. And I remembered that we were to have that long talk about the road ahead with your medical practitioner.
I also sent you a calendar reminder.
Aye, yeah, I may have got that too.
And also maybe those photos.
Oh, they were truly salivating. Yes, I felt myself growing like this steady, ageless redwood, just sprouting.
Okay. As we were saying, I'm Elsie's psychiatrist, Dr. Elba.
Dr. Elba, yes, I believe a proper introduction is in order. Who is this ravishing beauty?
Oh, right. Maton, this is Dr. Elba, and this is Maton.
Well, namaste, Dr. Elba. I did not know, Elsie, that I would be in the presence of not one, but two ravishing women. That reminds me of those snow leopards. That shirt of yours reminds me of the snow leopards in Southeast Asia. Unbelievable. Yes, and I see that you've got a blue aura. Right. That's a good sign indeed. Yeah, but yep, there are some tinges of yellow in there, which indicate to me that maybe it's been some time since you felt the sensual embrace of one another.
Dr. Elba, is that true?
Let's get back on course, shall we? Again, not about me.
Me, right. So, Martin, my big, sexy grizzly. I know you hate computers, but since you're all the way out in South Dakota, this was the only way that we could have this session together.
I gotta stop you right there. Forgive me, my love. I've been in it yet for 8 days, and as my spirit starts to come back into my body, I realize I haven't released my negative energy. So I'm gonna have to just jump off there. Just a minute.
He is very intense.
You have no idea. And isn't he gorgeous? Most of the time I have no idea what he's blabbling on about, but if you saw his redwood.
Oh, no, I don't need to know about that.
Wait, how do you know his weird language?
Oh, back in college, well, there was this TA in my Northern Tribe seminar, and never mind. Not about me. Again, back to you. So where exactly is Martin?
I don't know. Somewhere in South Dakota. Oh, it's for a sun dance festival. Okay, they get in a yurt, which is like 110 degrees, and then they don't eat for 7 days. And then when they come out, they pierce their nipples with these big hooks attached to these long.
Oh, I'm familiar with the ritual. No need to elaborate. And how exactly did you two meet?
Burning Man last year.
And before he gets back, where exactly does he live?
I don't know. I don't think he has a home per se. He says his soul is a part of the Earth Mother. But he does have a restored 1966 Triumph.
He lives on a motorcycle?
And he needs a place to put it for the winter, and I have space in my garage. So I was thinking the universe.
This must be Stuart.
Oh, okay, yes. Let's not mention Martin just yet. Okay, I'll be right back. I just need to find my rosary.
Your what?
Dr. Elba?
Joe, I have told you you can't keep jumping in on this channel when I am with other clients.
I know. I'm sorry, but I Meredith keeps posting photos of Chester online, and I just thought we could talk about how I
Okay, Joe, I am in the middle of a session. I promise as soon as I'm done, I will call you back, okay?
You promise?
Joe?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll go. I just, please, don't forget about me, okay? Please.
Hello. My cherub, my angel, you look radiant, just like in my dreams.
My sweet prince, we've been waiting for you.
I'm sorry, darling. I was helping with the after-school food kitchen Bible study program I told you about, and as I recounted the miracles of our Lord and Savior, I just lost track of time.
Stuart, this is Dr. Elba. She's the other savior in my life.
God bless you, Dr. Elba. My Elsa speaks of you often, so it's very nice to see you in person. She says you've been instrumental in guiding her towards a more fulfilled life.
Oh, that's very flattering, but we've only been working with each other for just over a year now.
But she's helped me so much.
Well, I believe my job is just to listen and allow my patients to express themselves and eventually come to their own conclusions.
Very noble of you. It sounds a little like my father. As a boy, he always told me the most important thing you can do in life is to find the best in a person and then help them realize their dreams.
But that's very inspirational.
He has one of the biggest congregations in the West.
And Stuart's training to take over for him, aren't you?
It would make him and Mother very proud if I would. It's quite a large and generous congregation. But Cherub, I told you, you're my soulmate. All the money, the followers, the big house, the G5, it means nothing if I didn't have you by my side.
Stuart, how exactly did the two of you meet?
So remember when I went to Burning Man last fall?
Hard to forget you falling off the grid. Your father kept calling and threatening to sue.
Oh, Daddy's just a little bit protective.
Well, that's one way of putting it.
Okay, so just after the festival, I was still, riding the vibes. So I hitched a ride down to Cabo with some musicians, and they got super drunk on mezcal and forgot me at a cantina.
Oh, my lost angel, all the way down there in a foreign land.
Well, it was the parking lot of Pedro Hornies. Anyway, Stuart was down there on a mission for his church.
And I asked her what she was doing.
Oh, just puking, I said. Remember?
Some of the food down there is highly suspect. Unsanitary conditions.
Right. So anyway, Stuart took care of me and brought me across the border before going back home to Colorado.
I didn't want to leave you.
And you haven't, my honey bunny. And you also call me 3 times a day. So
I just like checking in on my pure little pilgrim. But you see, Dr. Elba, I'm positive that Elsie and I are meant to be together. God willed it. The night before I found her all alone in that Mexican den of sin, I had a vision, a miraculous dream.
Oh, yes. Tell Dr. Elba about the dream, Stuart.
Okay, my sweet cherub. So, Dr. Elba, I dreamed I was speaking at the head of my church, and the whole congregation was there, joyfully singing hymns for our Lord, when suddenly I turned into a little white mouse. And I saw that everyone else had turned into little white mice, pure little miracles of God. But I could immediately sense that they were famished. So I scurried out of the church and into the desert, and there, underneath a holy banyan tree and beside a river, I found a perfect wheel of cheese, giant and supple. And I grabbed it with my little mouse mouth, and I dragged it back to the church so that I could feed my flock.
Your flock of mice.
Right. But as I pulled the giant cheese through the doors, all the mice had transformed back into their human selves, and the giant wheel of cheese turned into an angel who was there to service all their religious needs. And the next day, when I happened upon Elsie puking in the parking lot.
I was the angel he was looking for.
Yes, my sweet. And I knew one day I'd have to take you back so you could feed all the souls at my father's house of worship.
Oh, wow. Well, that's very vivid.
Isn't that amazing?
Oh, very. Let's switch gears here for a second.
Of course. I'm just here to be attentive to my future wife's needs. The newest mother of our glorious church.
Her needs, yes. Well, I mean, Stuart, I've only been working with her for a short time, and...
But she trusts you.
And you also really get me.
I do. At least I think I do on some level. And so, Stuart, this next question, it's a little sensitive, but have you two had sex yet?
Oh, heavens no.
Stuart's a virgin.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
She's done.
Yes, she's done, Stewie.
Dr. Elba, I say this with great respect because of how much Elsie loves and trusts you, but please don't take the Lord's name in vain again. Ever.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that was very insensitive of me. Stuart, I mean, she's told you. I mean, you know about her affliction, right?
Yes. And I've told her that it's fine to imbibe in a little wine from time to time.
No. No. Her other addiction.
Caffeine?
Look, this is why I partially wanted to get you on this group therapy call.
Which professionally, I definitely would not have advised.
Right. But Stuart, I love you. And I want to be your angel. But okay, you know how you're always talking about how God loves everyone. I mean, I don't love everyone. I don't literally love everyone. But
what?
It's just that I think I have so much love that I need to give it
freely.
Generously?
Impulsively.
Charitably.
Copiously.
Unselfishly.
Unselfishly. That's it.
Copiously.
I just, I don't want to be too selfish with my love.
My darling, I know you've strayed in the past. And I forgive you the corruptive Mexican firewater.
Tequila.
Right. But I truly believe you're meant to do the Lord's work. And of course, doing that with me, you would be required to be unselfish with your love.
Phew. Okay, good. See, Dr. Elba, I knew he would understand.
Understand what?
Stewie, it's time for you to meet someone.
Oh, you know what? We're almost at time. And
It's a sweet, sweet swirl onion rings.
Stuart, this
goodness.
is Martha.
Listen, I apologize for my absence. I know it was a little bit of time out there, but as I was releasing and fertilizing the soil and communing with Mother Earth herself, I feel like this sensual presence right behind me. And as I turn my eyes, I see it. And there it is, a majestic buck beginning to mount a young doe.
What's he saying?
Unbelievable, right? And so as I do, I turn my gaze to look at him, and I catch eyes with the doe herself. And I look into the depths of her soul. And I see her pain and also her desire. Well, Elsie, it made me think of you and those 8 lustful hours that we spent in the tent at Burning Man.
wait, 8 hours.
Lustful tent?
Yes, and as we commenced our nighttime, well, morning and late afternoon of lovemaking, well, it made me think that, like, I had maybe been selfish with you as you had overly indulged yourself with me.
That's so beautiful, Martin.
Well, and it made me think even more then, and I thought, well, though our passionate lovemaking had created this deeply spiritual bond that, well, it is and always has been like the life of a caterpillar. Beautiful, but fleeting.
So you're saying this is...
Yes, I cannot come back to you. I must spread my eagle wings out there and find a new spiritual connection.
So this is...
Yes, it is, my love. Aloha. Mahalo. Arrivederci. Adios. Annyeong. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, my dear.
So let me get this straight, mister. I shit in a hole in the woods while I watch deer have sex.
He's her boyfriend, lover. At least he was.
He's your what?
I wouldn't say boyfriend, but yes, we were very intimate.
Why in God's name did you want to have a group therapy session?
Because I thought if you got to know him, then you'd be comfortable with the idea of me giving both of you my love.
Oh boy. Okay, and you know what? We're at time, so.
How could you ever think that I would share you with another man?
You know what? This Zoom session, it's free. Why don't you two wrap things up, and Elsie, you and I, we can pick this up next week.
And you call yourself a therapist. You condone this? Fostering a sinful, polygamous relationship with this harlot. Bitch!
Whoa. Easy there, buddy.
Do not talk to Dr. Elba that way.
The hell I can't. Father was right. Don't help any spring breakers down in Cabo, he said. Stay away from those lustful liberals, he said. Look, just don't call me again, ever. I'll pray for your soul. Both your souls.
No, Stuart, don't go. I was just trying to tell you my feelings and be honest and share what was going on with my life. No, Stuart. Okay, so I know I've said this kind of every week, but maybe you were right.
Yeah. Going forward, how about you run any group things by me before we dive off the deep end?
Yes, you know what? That sounds like a good idea.
And look, we're over time now, but maybe this week you could take a break from men.
That seems smart.
Good. Good.
Because I saw this blonde move in downstairs and I saw some of her tattoos as she was moving the boxes. It's kind of sexy.
That's definitely not what I meant.
Okay, thanks, Dr. Elba. I'll have my father send you a check. Also, Dr. Elba, I don't know if Martin is right, but maybe you should find someone.
Oh, thank you. I'm fine.
Okay, bye.
Hi, Dr. Elba? Dr. Elba? Hey, is Elsie still there?
Oh, no, Martin, she's gone.
Whew, good. My good Lord. I mean, she's a sweet girl, but my God, she's got some issues, if you know what I mean. Relentless.
Pretty chronic sexual addiction.
Yeah, actually, speaking of which, and this may be a little forward, but I was actually kind of wondering if maybe you wanted to meet in person. I've kind of always had a thing for those redheads.
I mean, look, I'm very flattered, but even if I was interested in that sort of thing, I mean, I'm nowhere near South Dakota.
Oh, I mean, neither am I. I'm from Boston, but I'm in Calabasas right now. No, see, in Burning Man, I played characters, and so I kind of got stuck into this whole Aussie thing with her, and I've been pretending ever since. But I told her that I was a couple states away because I can't have Elsie over here during quarantine. It's just too much.
Where exactly in Calabasas?
Well, how about I just shoot you the address right now? And if you have any tough time finding it, maybe you just hit me up on Instagram. My username is Gopher Whisperer 696969.
Great. Just got it. Let me put some pants on and.
Oh, hey. Where you're going? You don't need pants.
I'll see you in about an hour.
All right.
Dr. Elba. Dr. Elba, are you there? I just had a cat nap and a revelation, and I know you have another session going on, and I'm really sorry, but I really thought maybe if you just had a minute. Dr. Elba. Nice place.
She rejected me. Flat out. She said, we have a pandemic going on and I'm fine being with my cat. We're all so alone.
Oh my God, a cat? Cats are very important to some people. Things we love disappear. And that's just life. But we just have to keep dreaming of something better.
Well, you seem like such a nice guy. I know this might come off a little forward, but is there any chance you live near West Hollywood?